Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, August 17th, 2020. What's going on? How are ya? How you doing? How's it going? The world is opening up, man. I got the fucking playoffs on. Playoffs? I got the hockey playoffs on in the background. St. Louis Blues and the Vancouver Canucks going into overtime. I've been watching all the fucking hockey I possibly can watch with two kids under the age of 4. Obviously watching my Boston Bruins. Great victory over Carolina. Fun series so far there. 2-1. Tuukka Rask, man, that was like the big thing. He was just like, yeah, this is boring and blah, blah, blah. It's not real hockey and that type of stuff. Then I found out his wife was pregnant. He wanted to spend time with her. I get it, man. Come on, what are you going to do? Fucking play hockey, and with no crowd during a fucking pandemic. You got a kid coming, I don't know. Whatever. He helped win us a cup. I'm good with that guy. He comes back, I got no fucking problem with it. I'm sure there's going to be some hotheads out there, but there's always hotheads. There's always people flipping out. Jesus Christ, what the fuck is that guy's name? Elias Peterson is the whitest dude I've ever seen in my fucking life. Jesus Christ. Hitler wouldn't even believe that there could be somebody that white. What the fuck? And by the way, I got to tell you something. These fucking dudes in the NHL were obviously still practicing because some of the goals that I have seen, like, I know I grew up watching some great players, but the fucking level of sniper that it seems like the average player is, I mean, there's barely, the goaltender, barely any space, and they had just top corner, fucking left and right, but right, between the body and the arm, God forbid. They got to go east-west with their fucking arms like they're trying to, like they jumped off a fucking, I don't know, one of those gymnasts when they jump up in the air and they get their body together so they can do the little spin around thing. Sorry. That was one of those examples where I didn't know the name of anything I was trying to describe. It really just went off the rails. But I've been enjoying the Calgary Flames series. Has been a great one. There's a couple of really good matchups where you got like the the finesse team playing the physical team. So Calgary being physical, Dallas being more of the the goal scoring team. And I love when the goal scoring team starts pushing back. As a fucking a little kid who was born with orange hair. You definitely there's always the more physical team's going to win, and you live vicariously through them. Dallas Stars have had enough getting bullied by the Calgary Flames. They started pushing back in this last game. Lucic's line is on fire, former fucking Boston Bruin, so I love watching him playing well. He looks like he's having a great time out there. Who else is going on? The old fucking Creamsicles got the number one in the fucking East, got their goddamn orange and white dick stepped on the other day. 5-0 last I saw, and then they came back and they beat the hated Habs. That's just an enjoyable series either way. Just watching them both fucking, I don't know. Somebody's going to lose. Either way, that's going to be fun. Not like I really hate the Flyers. It's just, I don't know. Philly fans, they always fucking, any sort of daylight, they start running their yaps like they've won something. I don't know what their deal is, but who else? Who else have I been watching? I basically have been watching, I haven't seen much of the Flyers Canadian series, and I haven't seen any of Avalanche Coyotes. But other than that, I pretty much watched everything. And I've been watching it with my son. I'm trying not to do any TV time, but if he's looking at the TV and there's playoff hockey on, I got to let him do it, right? He, by the way, is awesome, man. Like, I already can tell, is super, super smart like his sister. He's got this way of crying, and then he looks at you like really? Like, he's like, how do you not understand what I'm trying to tell you? And it's like really making me listen to him and being like, oh, you want me to shift you over? Is that I need to burp cry? Need your diaper changed? And I somewhere in like the last week of watching playoff hockey, because what I do is I have that little horseshoe pillow and I sit on one of those exercise balls and I just bouncing up and down with them. That keeps him happy, right? And I don't know what happened because he's given, like, he loves his mom. Loves her. Absolutely loves her. Cannot get enough of her. Me, he's just kind of looking at me like, he just kind of, his eyebrows would move like, who the fuck is this guy? So, in like the last, I don't know, I've probably watched like 5 hours of hockey in the last couple of days, I swear to God. And I've just had him, take it whenever I have a shift because the games have been on all day long, which has been fucking great. So we've just been hanging out, and I've caught him. I caught him like during the second day just looking up at me. And I looked down at him, and he gave me this big smile. And now it's just like, and then that was it. We just bonded. He was just like, all right, I like this guy. This guy's cool. He bounces up and down. I go to sleep. I wake up. He's still there. He's still smiling. He changes my diaper. This guy's cool. He's not the smartest guy. Takes him a minute for him to figure out what I'm trying to tell him. But it's been like a really cool thing. I kind of forgot, like the baby just immediately bonds with the mom, with the breastfeeding and all that. And then the dad, you just sort of like, you're sort of an extra, you're a reoccurring player, like on a sitcom or some shit. There's that fucking cunt in the Blues. Some of these Blues, I just look at I respect them. They won a cup and everything, but Jesus Christ, I look at their faces. I'm just like, oh my God, why did we trade away all our tough guys? If any team needs to get fucking punched in the face, it's this team. And I'm really fascinated by this series right now because it's Vancouver's up 2-0, 2-0, just like the Bruins were. And I'm just going to, they've gotten a little more rough in this game, I am assuming. I saw the first period. No, I'm sorry. I saw right in the second period when Vancouver scored. So we shall see what happens. And I had to put my lovely daughter to bed and all that stuff. And the last 2 nights, I went out and I did my first 2 stand-up spots since this fucking thing all started. I did a show, The People in the Belly Room. The Comedy Store put together a show in the parking lot of the Magic Castle right here in Hollywood. And I did a show last night. Oh, my God. And I had not, I haven't done my act since like March 10th. So, and I'm trying to think, like, what the fuck am I going to talk about? I have no idea. Started listening to my act. I had one bad recording of it, and it was one of those nights where I was just fucking riffing and shit, so it really wasn't my act. So I go up on stage. It's like this wooden thing that they put together. Some Christmas lights on it and shit, and everybody's in their cars, and they got these little clacker things that sound like fucking locusts, which were really fucking annoying the first night, because it was just weird. Like, what is this? Sounds like jazz snapping fingers or some shit. Like I'm in some beatnik coffee house in the Village back in the 60s, when stand-up was first getting going, right? As far as like after the Borscht Belt guys getting going, right? So, I go up on stage and I'm sort of, I get the initial laughs. What the fuck am I doing in a parking lot? Bullshit. Just trying to get my feet underneath me, just trying to see if anything comes to me. So nothing was coming to me. So I just, went to my old tried and true. I just started trashing women. That's just not what I want to do. I want to get away from that. So I start doing this bit about women, who's smarter and that type of shit. And, it starts going down that road, right? And so I do what I used to do. I butter up the women to get them all fucking going, and then I fucking hit them with the overhand left, right? So I do that, and all of a sudden this woman, I swear to God, sticks her head out her fucking car window like Ace Ventura, just starts yelling up at the stage. I can barely see her because people got their headlights on and shit, and she's just going, fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! And she won't stop through the whole bit, right? So I'm like, oh, yeah, you must have been on the debating team. I'm just breaking her balls or whatever. And then I hear this guy voice go, yeah, fuck you, buddy. Starts doing that. I go, wait a minute. I go, are you with her? He's like, yeah. I go, take your fucking balls out of her purse before she bends you over the sink when you get home tonight, right? The usual sunshine that I bring. So I continue with the joke, and I swear to God, the car backed up and they drove away. And 2 other cars drove away too. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, as they're doing it, like I'm in my head going, my first thought was like, I know I'm on last. Have I gone over? I feel like I just got up here. Are they going to get in trouble? That was my first thought. And then I realized I was like, and I said to the people, I was like, are they leaving? And they're like, yeah, they're flicking their lights and shit. And I was just, one of the few times in my comedy career, and like, I don't know, in a long time, I was just like speechless. I really thought, or I guess I was hoping that this white woman fucking act was going to be done. And we could actually get to the truly oppressed people of color that started the woke movement. But nope, they picked right up where they left off. And, I finished my set. I really did not have a good set. And also, in defense of the people who drove away, is like a lot of my shit is sort of I lead you down one way and then I, make you think one thing and then I say something. It's a joke. You can't know where it's going. So, but there's a rhythm to it and you have to know what comes next once you piss them off. And I was trying to remember it. I was searching, so it was fucking up the timing. So they got pissed. But to drive away, it's like, really? Like, how fucking old are you? So I came home after the set and I just was like, depressed, where I was just like, all right, I get it. I'm the older comic now. And I get that younger people aren't going to understand me, but like, it's not that they don't understand you. It's that they're getting offended. Like, it's like they're acting like they're old and you're some young punk up there like fucking shooting heroin into your arm. And all I'm doing is telling a fucking joke. So it was really like depressing and just, just a lot of this shit that's been going on Twitter, watching fucking the ignorance of comedians on social media, like attacking other comedians, over shit that nobody involved in the argument was even there. So I don't really know what is going on, but it's just like, guys, like you're literally playing into the hands of people that are trying to censor us. They've divided us, and now it's like you don't trash other fucking comics. You can get their phone number. You got a fucking beef with them. Have it out with them, right? I mean, admittedly, I've made fun of a few comedians' tweets, but like I'm not trying to end their fucking career. So anyway, just that whole fucking thing where it's just like this, ever since this whole fucking shit, it's like, it's just gone so far beyond what it was supposed to be about. And this stuff is just literally, it's like not fun anymore. It used to be fun, like to go up there and just have thoughts and just say them. And just have a good time, and everybody knew you were just fucking around, and it was fun to watch other comics catch a zone and to see these moments and shit happen. And people heckled, you got it into it with people, but there wasn't like this whole like political fucking politicized like we need to end your career now because of this joke vibe that is like, it's literally undoing in a way, like, people went to jail so you could go up and do what you're doing. And now so-called open-minded people are like undoing it. It's really bizarre. So I came home, right? And I don't have any like cigars in the house. I don't drink anymore. I'm not a fucking drug user, so I mean, as far as like illegal ones, so I fucking I came home like some sad person on prom night, and I fucking made a frozen pizza that sucked. I ate the whole thing and had a fucking root beer. I woke up to the morning, and I felt like shit. And Josh Adam Myers asked me, he goes, you coming down again tonight? And I was just like, yeah, I'm coming down. I'm going to come back. I got to go back down. I can't end on that one. And I had already talked to another buddy of mine who's actually kind of stopped doing stand-up. He's just like, I just don't want to deal with live crowds. I want to write scripts. I don't want to deal with live crowds anymore. I mean, this is literally conversations like people are having. It's fucking crazy. So I say, fuck it. Let me get back on the horse. So tonight I went down there and I actually found a recording for my act in December. And a lot of it was holiday shit, so it didn't quite work. But just to listen to my act a little, I listened to it. And I was like, all right, so I kind of know what I'm going to start with. And I went up there, and tonight I fucking killed. And I had a great set, and I was used to the clacking thing. And I just did 2 sets in 2 nights, and I feel like I'm a fucking 100 feet tall. I was making people laugh. I was fun. I was silly. Like last night, I think I was just a little walled off, and just what I was saying was bad, and I got into it with that chick in the car. And that's not what I want to do. I don't want to make people leave the show. I don't mind pissing you off, but I mean, in the end, you know, I bring it around, I make you laugh, but I fucking hate doing that. So I ended up having a fucking great set tonight. And so I came home, and I wasn't going to do my podcast tonight. And I come home, and, you know, my poor wife had to listen to me bitching last night. So I came home. I was like, I fucking crushed. I had a great set. I'm psyched. I go, I'm so psyched. I don't even want to do my podcast. You know, I had such a great set. It's like, I don't want to fuck it up. I want to sit down and eat a bowl of cereal and hang out with you. And she's just like, oh, I thought you were going to do your podcast. And I was like, do you like not like me anymore or whatever? She goes, no, I'm just sort of, you know, hanging out. I was going to watch my show. It's like, oh, I get it. You're watching a Real Housewives show, and if I come in here, I'm going to ruin it. I get it. All right, I'll leave. So, poor thing. She tries to watch her shows, and I never shut the fuck up. I mean, she leaves me alone when I watch my stupid fucking hockey and stuff, so it's only fair. So now I'm out here. I'm doing this shit. So I want to thank everybody for fucking who built the goddamn stage out there and all of that shit. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. I just got a text from fucking Josh Adam Myers. He goes, you fucking ripped it tonight. I have not gotten that text in forever. I want to thank Tammy Joe for setting the whole thing up. She runs the Belly Room on a lot of, you know, some of the nights back when you could do stand-up in a comedy club, they set that all up. I know there was a lot of hard work involved. They made sure everybody was safe. And, I was, you know, I was not in a, like, I don't know. When you got kids, they put you in a good mood. But, you know, professionally was not in a good mood. So I was definitely missing doing it. And I swear to God, if they had that fucking thing 7 nights a week, I would go down there every fucking night. That's how much I miss it. So I want to thank everybody, too, for showing up, sitting in your fucking cars. I hope it made you laugh. I mean, it's the greatest. Like fucking, I got a new baby boy. I got a beautiful daughter. I did 2 sets tonight in this fucking hockey playoffs. I mean, I'm in the best mood ever. So anyways, and speaking, just like my life couldn't get any better, I've been basically fixing up my little office man cave thing here. And I got to give a couple of shout outs here. One to Dean Del Rey, who has all these hookups. He hooked me up with these speakers. He found me this vintage fucking AM/FM stereo receiver for my record player, my turntable to make it sound better. And I was listening to some Zeppelin and AC/DC on this thing, and he hooked me up. The guys, I should say, that he reached out to, and they totally hooked me up. Klipsch, Klipsch speakers. These fucking things are the shit. I mean, I can't even turn this thing up a quarter of the way. And these things are like, they've been making them like handmade since forever. And they look like they're right out of the 70s. I'm telling you, something Don Cheadle's character would have sold in Boogie Nights. Things are the shit. And I got to rearrange some stuff so I can figure out where I can put them. And, you know, I think late night, I'm going to come out here. I'm going to watch a little hockey playoffs, you know, and I'm going to crank some fucking tunes. It's just like, I don't know, just little things like this. Music, hockey, making people laugh. It's just fucking awesome, man. And it's really great considering all the bullshit that, you know, it's another thing too, my buddy passing away. Which, by the way, we're going to do the sickest fucking, celebration and memorial show for the great Wayne Previty when all this bullshit is over. Now, I'm not doing it with everybody sitting in fucking cars. We're going to figure out where we're going to do it. And all the guys, I'm going to try to get as many guys from our graduating class of comics, everybody that knew him and loved him, man. We're going to do it's going to be a killer fucking show. There's going to be drinking. There's going to be pizza. The only thing that's going to be missing is hanging out at fucking Dominic's. Who's from Boston and remember Dominic's? It's right across from the Wilbur. Dominic's Pizza, that fucking great bar. They had all the fucking, the bar flies up at the bar. Then they had the little dance floor area. And then they just had the giant slice of pizza too. You know something? That's a shame that Dave Portnoy, Barstool Sports, can't do a review of that one. It no longer exists because one of the things he says, the bigger the slices, is usually poorer quality, which is so fucking true. But that was not true with Dominic's, dude. It was an incredible. What it was a great pizza, and it was just a ridiculously generous slice that they always gave you. So, I don't know. Look at it. Old Billy Good News, huh? Extra, read all about it. Old Freckles is in a great fucking mood. Yeah, but it's really bumming me out. I can't go to the funeral, though. I mean, I just got kids and shit. I just can't do it. Can't risk that. And we need too much help, and then I have to come back and quarantine for fucking 14 days. But all that's going to do is just make this night for him even bigger. And he's just such a fucking great guy that everybody I talk to is like, dude, I am fucking in. I am there or whatever. I just have to figure out with everybody's schedule how to make it happen. Probably do it on a Monday or a Tuesday night and, make sure the West Coast guys can get back there. And then I know all the East Coast guys are going to show up. So, what's funny, dude? You want to hear something crazy? Almost cinematic. So whenever I would go out, whenever I would head out with Wayne, right? I always, Vinny Age, that was his nickname, right? Because he was, hey, how you doing? Which became Age, right? And he was half Italian, so we call him Vinny Age, right? So he'd pick up the phone, I'd be like, Vinny Age! And he'd be like, Billy Red, what do you say? What do you do? That's how it always started. Then we'd go out, do a spot, and then start drinking or whatever, and then we would always end up, 9 times out of 10, we would end up at this Jack in the Box on Cahuenga and Sunset. And I would always get the ultimate cheeseburger with ketchup. I forget if I told this story. And then I get and I would never understood why their ultimate cheeseburger doesn't have ketchup on it. I don't know why. It's a great, for a fast food burger, it's fucking great, but they didn't have ketchup, and I needed ketchup, right? So I'd get that, and I'd get the fries. And I forget what he would always order. But I was reading this other comic that I started with, Dave McLaughlin, said he'd always get the number 6. So he'd get the number 6, and then he'd always get the 2 tacos. And I'd always think, dude, you get tacos at fucking Jack in the Box? He'd be like, oh, dude, they're fucking good. You got to get the tacos, right? And I always just, for some reason, pictured them those hot dogs at 7-Eleven? I just pictured, these tacos sitting under these lights. Because, to me, it's like Jack in the Box is a burger place. And now they're trying to get cute and do a little fucking taco bullshit on the side. If I want a taco, I'm going to go to a fucking taco truck or taco stand, right? So anyway, I was driving around, and because I was supposed to do a spot at the store Friday night, they had this way that they were working this thing out where it was in the OR, the original room, when you're standing on stage, just to the crowd's left, the performer's right, it's this big window, and that looks out onto the patio. So they were doing shows, I guess, where the comic now stands behind the window, which, by the way, has autographs on it. You're looking through the autographs, and then the crowd sits on the out in the patio, But I guess whatever. They got shut down because of some bullshit. I don't know what happened, right? Oh, running the goaltender. Oh, my God. What the fuck just happened? Vancouver runs the St. Louis Blues. Backup goaltender Allen Who's that, Berube? Who's their fucking coach? What is he going to bitch? Come on, man. You fucking love that type of play. That was your whole career. I respect it, too. I think he lost an edge, though. What the fuck happened? Yeah, he just lost a fucking edge. Oh, and he went right into the fucking... Used to be called the post. The crossbar and the post when I was a kid. Whoa. And that fucking Bennington dude, whatever his fucking name is, that guy, they took him out. This is their backup. Oh, he's all right. He's all right. So anyway, I'm driving around. My spot got canceled. I'm feeling sad and shit. So I'm like, you know what? I call up my wife. I'm like, you want anything? I'm going to Jack in the Box. So I tell her the whole story why. And I'm going to go and I'm going to get the ultimate cheeseburger with ketchup and fries. I'm going to get those for myself. And then as a tribute and a tip of the cap to my now passed away friend, the late great Wayne Previty, I'm going to get these 2 fucking tacos and see what this shit's all about, right? So I pull up to the Jack in the Box. It's like a movie. My friend is gone. I'm going to Jack in the Box as a tribute, right? To get the 2 tacos with my order. And I pull up and the Jack in the Box is gone. And I'm like, really? I mean, that's one of those universe things. It's like, dude, I get it. My friend's gone, but I can't do this here. And evidently it's been closed for a while. And Wayne actually heard about it because he used to go there with this other dude, Dave McLaughlin, right? And they actually, that was their spot. This is just where we ended up, right? And I guess they're putting up some 21-story Art Deco themed hotel there with a pool on top, parking underneath, and it's just one of those things. That expression, you can never go home. I never understood that. I can fucking go home, but it just means you can go back, but it's not going to be the same. By the way, I think the Blues are on a power play. I love how that guy was bitching about the tripping. It's like, you fucking tripped him, I mean, NHL refs do a really good job, I feel, about putting away their whistles in overtime. You almost have to you just got to do something really blatantly obvious. But this is so fucking huge. It's such a fascinating series to watch because I watched the Bruins last year and the way, how physical the Blues play. It's like you don't want to get dragged into the deep water. You got to beat these guys in 6 or fewer games. So I feel like this is a must-win for Vancouver. I'm calling it right now. If fucking whoever wins tonight wins this series. That's what I'm saying. Although they don't seem like they're playing as physical this year. Who knows? I have no... Why are you listening to me give fucking hockey analysis? I can barely skate. All right, let's do some other reads here. Indochino. Having clothes that fit just right can be a huge confidence booster. How phallic was that first thing, huh? Clothes that fit right, and snug around your fucking junk. The lady can see which way your fucking schmeckle's hanging. Describe any particular issue you run into when shopping for clothing. I fucking hate it. I hate the whole fucking process. I got to go in there and I got to wander through all these clothes that are made for young people. And, I got to try to pick something where I still look sort of in style, but not like I'm trying to look young. I'm sorry. It says wishing sleeves were a little bit longer, being a medium, etc. You know what I hate? I hate buying belts. They're either too fucking big or too goddamn small. How about that? All right, Indochino was started on the belief that custom clothing shouldn't cost a fortune. Talk about the convenience of having clothing that fits perfectly at a right price. Yeah, that would be really convenient. You know what I like, too, is if you have it custom fitted, all right, now it's going to keep you in shape because that shit fits perfectly. And then if you come home and eat a frozen pizza like I did last night, all of a sudden you're, right where you tuck your shirt in, all of a sudden, you just in that little triangle shows, where it starts to split the shirt tails right down there. Yeah, you don't want that. That's not a good look. Your little happy trail sticking out. There's a fucking picture. With Indochino. You can get made-to-measure clothing at fair prices, including suits, blazers, shirts, and coats. You get to customize everything from the fabric and the lining to the lapel shape and monogram. The choice is all yours. Your clothing is then made to your exact measurements so it fits you perfectly. The best part is Indochino suits start at just $299. All customizations included. Indochino has showrooms across North America, or you can book a virtual appointment and shop online at Indochino.com. And right now, you can get an extra $30 off any purchase. I love 30. Who picks 30? That's a great fucking original number. $5 off, $10 off, $30. I like that. Off any purchase of $399 or more at Indochino.com when entering Burr at checkout. Burr. That's Indochino.com, promo code Burr. All right, who do we got next here? Policy Genius. With everything going on right now, a lot of people are asking if it's even possible to buy life insurance at all. It's a great question. Well, the answer is yes, with an exclamation point. I'm trying to read this copy and look at every shot. There's 2 fucking saves right there in the Blues. The answer is yes. It's still easy to shop for life insurance right now. And if you have loved ones, depending on your income, you probably should. Right now, you could save up to $1,500 or more a year by using Policy Genius to compare life insurance policy. This is fucking great because I went out and got life insurance not using Policy Genius, and it was an absolute nightmare. All right, there's 50 million things you got to take in. This is like, it's like you don't want to do it. This is like valet parking of getting life insurance. Right now, you can save $1,500 or more by using Policy Genius to compare life insurance policies. When you're shopping for a policy that could last for a decade or more, those savings really start to add up. What is Policy Genius? It's an insurance marketplace built and backed by a team of industry experts. Here's how it works. Step 1, head to PolicyGenius.com. In minutes, you can work out how much coverage you need and compare quotes from top insurers to find your best price. Step 2, apply for your lowest price. Step 3, Policy Genius team will handle all the paperwork and red tape. Policy Genius works for you, not the insurance company. So if you hit any speed bumps during the application process, they'll take care of everything. Dude, it is such a fucking headache trying to get life insurance. So to have somebody go out and not only handle the red tape, but actually get you the best price, I'm telling you, this is something that I wish I used when I did this. That kind of service has earned Policy Genius a 5-star rating across 1,600 reviews, across over 1,600 reviews on Trustpilot and Google. So if you need life insurance, head to PolicyGenius.com right now to get started. You could save $1,500 or more by comparing quotes on their marketplace, Policy Genius. When it comes to insurance, it's nice to get it right. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you got a wife, you got kids, you got a wife and kids, you got a life partner, whatever it is, you got to make sure they're going to be all right. All they should be dealing with when you die is the grief of you not being there. Don't send them to the poorhouse, huh? Anyway, MeUndies. Oh, look who's there. Ba-da-ba-ba. MeUndies. MeUndies, watching all the fucking hockey. Ba-doot-doot-doot. MeUndies. Do you like that Asian snack called Pocky? It's got a little tuna and some crunchy shit. Get some fucking underwear. Up against her clit. It's nice and soft with the fucking model. Beat-a-bada-bada-boo. All right, MeUndies. MeUndies wants to talk about your underwear. Like seriously, they have a lot of feelings about it and want to chat with anyone who will listen. So here goes. MeUndies just wants everyone to feel comfy as heck with the freedom to express themselves. Oh, the Blues scored! Oh my God. Vancouver is in trouble. Oh my God. You got to put these guys, look at them. They've all been there. They know. They know what's going to happen. Just like that. Isn't that fucking amazing? Just like that. The whole fucking series just turned around. It just fucking turned around. And these motherfuckers, these fucking Vancouver Canucks, who've never won a goddamn cup. It's bad enough they're a Canadian team that's never won a cup. They're also called the Canucks. So they're like Canadian times 2. Canadians squared. I didn't see what happened. It looked like it was even strength. Somehow they got caught up ice, or was that a fucking... Jesus, that guy was so in alone, it looked like a fucking penalty shot. Wow. That's huge. Fucking huge. But I'll tell you what, it's not as huge as the fucking softness up against your balls of MeUndies. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that fucking segue. They make the world's softest undies in classic colors and fun prints, like Dinos and surfboards. I was just reading about Dino Ferrari today. Enzo Ferrari's son, who unfortunately died of MS. Incredible movie waiting to be made about Enzo Ferrari. Anyway, is your underwear drawer something to be proud of or a little embarrassed by? How much more fun would it be to get dressed every day if you knew you got to pick from a drawer full of fun and adorable undie prints like orcas, bees, or cherries? MeUndies is serious about softness. Like so serious they scoured the world for the softest fabric known to man. It all starts with the sustainably sourced beechwood trees that magically turn from pulp to yarn to undies. Undies that kind of feel like heaven on your skin. Isn't it amazing what human beings figure out how to do? Who turns a tree into fucking underwear? You know who did? Adam. He did it first. Made some fucking MeUndies for Eves. And what did she do? Huh? What did that fucking goddamn idiot... What did she do? After all her yeah bullshit, she goes right down and fucking bites the apple. Huh? For comfort from the outside, literally to in. Keep your undies drawer stocked with MeUndies, the MeUndies membership, a subscription that sends new pairs right to your door, plus get site-wide savings and exclusive sales. MeUndies has a great offer for my listeners. For any first-time purchasers, you get 15% off and free shipping. This is a no-brainer, especially because they have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. To get your 15% off your first order, free shipping and 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/Burr. That's MeUndies, MEUNDIES.com/Burr, BURR. I got one more here, Stamps.com. Going back, send me way back, boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Stamps.com, back where it all started. As we slowly adjust to the new normal, we still need to be smart about how we do business. Luckily, there's Stamps.com to make things easier. They've been able to keep their businesses running and avoid the crowds at the post office, all from their own computers. With Stamps.com, you can print postage on demand and avoid going to the post office. Stamps.com also offers UPS services with discounts up to 62% and no residential surcharges. You've heard me talk about Stamps.com. They've been sponsoring this show for over 7 years now. And if you haven't tried it, what are you waiting for? Stamps.com brings all the mailings and shipping services you need right to your computer in the comfort of your own home or office. Whether you're a small business sending invoices, an online seller, shipping out products, or just working from home and need to mail stuff, Stamps.com can handle it all with ease. Simply use your computer to print official U.S. Postage 24/7 for any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send. Sorry. And like I said, with Stamps.com, you get great discounts to 5 cents off every stamp and up to 62% off U.S. postal services and UPS shipping rates. Stamps.com is a no-brainer, saving you time and money right now. My listeners can get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale without any long-term commitment. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in Burr, B-U-R-R. That's Stamps.com. Enter Burr. All right, there we go. Hey, let's talk drums here for a second, right? I was watching this Nico McBrain, drum clinic, and he's showing all of this cool shit. And I don't know who the fuck shot this thing, but I swear to God, I want to say it was whoever directed Waterworld with Kevin Costner. You know those epic fucking shots they had where they were he'd be sailing one way and the camera would be going the other way. They were doing that while he was playing drums, just going over and going back out into the crowd. And it's just I got it, buddy. You have a jib camera. He's playing Where Eagles Dare. I'm trying to see his foot technique. There's nothing on the to show what his foot looks like. And you're hovering over the top of it like, I don't know, like he's playing a ballad. Why am I out in the crowd? I want to see how he does it, man. All right. So anyway, I got busy and I got depressed last week with Wayne dying, so I kind of laid off the drums. It just wasn't what I wanted to do. So as I was telling you, I was creeping closer to the good times, bad times stuff, the triplet lick. I was up to 85 BPMs. I was within 10 BPMs. I played it I got 3 in a row at 90. I was right fucking there, right? Oh, look at Ray Bork. He still looks great. He still looks fucking great. What a head of hair, man. God bless him. Good for him. Anyway, so I came back, yesterday, and I sat down, and it's fucking hilarious. I was thinking, I wonder if I can still play it at 85 BPMs. And just that thought alone, all of a sudden, I couldn't even do it at 75 BPMs. But I've been doing this, learning, through Dave Elitch and all of that shit, to how to, relax in a good way. It's just like doing comedy. Last night, I was tight. I had a bad set. I got into it. Some lady drove away in a little Camry, right? And, that's not what I wanted. Tonight, I was relaxed. I didn't give a fuck. I had a great time. Nobody left. From a Prius to a fucking, truck with a lift kit, everybody had a good time. So today I went down there. I was just like, you know what? I'm feeling fucking good. I'm relaxed. Who gives a fuck the goddamn metronome? Let me just play this, have a good time, and just look at this like the gym. You didn't go to the gym for a week, right? You're not going to be able to bench as much as you could bench. So just go out there, but just get a workout in. And I had a good time. And next thing you know, I was back up to 80 BPMs. Couldn't do 85, but I was fine with it. And I just, when it comes to that part where where it's you got to do the lick 10 times in a row, I don't know. I relax and I smile, and I just think let's see how many I get. And whenever I do that, all of a sudden I get them all. But when I start thinking, yesterday I did 85, I gotta do at least 86 today, then I can't even do it at 75. It's fucked. Oh Jesus! Who's here? Hang on a second. Somebody knocking at my door. What are you doing here?
Hello.
How's it going? I'm in the middle of recording. People are listening. This is an actual recording. Come on, stop making a mess.
I'm not.
All right, you didn't tell me you were coming out. I would have grabbed the other freaking microphone. And look who's here, everybody.
Hey, how's it going?
The lovely Nia.
Wait,
Jeez.
I thought you were wrapping up, so I thought I was sort of coming in towards the end.
Oh, all right. Well, if you don't want to be on, that's fine. People love you, though.
Well, no, it's not that. What are you doing? What are you talking about? What's happening?
I was talking about trying to get better at drums and how in comedy. And last night, how I had a bad set. Didn't remember my act, so I was a little tight. Didn't go well. People are driving away. Tonight, I didn't give a fuck. It went well. And then the same thing with drums. If I think I want to do better than I did the day before, you just that thought alone is enough to somehow mess with your internal self, and you don't play as well.
Yeah.
I was just talking about that.
Oh, that's cool.
I thought you came out here because you wanted to talk about the amazing documentary that was recommended by one of my listeners, Tread, Tread, like don't tread on me on
Netflix.
On Netflix. It's about I don't want to ruin it, but it's just
Well, it happened in real life, it's not exactly like a spoiler alert, but we don't have to. Well, no, we kind of.
Well, if we're going to talk about
yeah. It was in the news and stuff, and oh my god, this movie. This is a movie where documentary. The first 20 or so minutes, I kind of tuned out. I was like, this isn't really my.
It's a white guy of a certain age in the middle of nowhere. He went out and bought a little piece of the American dream.
Yeah,
in a town that you would never go to.
Oh, that I would never. They would never want me there. They would stare at me like I was in a fucking zoo if I went there. If you know what I mean. So, but I have to say, it's a story about a man who takes revenge on this town that he lives in. These people in his town who are on his like list, his shit list, basically. And he goes through in this big, tricked out.
We got to back up here.
Death tractor.
This guy, this fucking guy.
This guy.
All he wants to do, he wants to start this business, and they go, all right, well, you got to hook up your business to the sewer. It's like 800 feet or something like that. It was all this money, and he wouldn't fucking do it. And he gets into it with the town.
He thought they were putting the squeeze on him.
He thought there was
some reason.
He thought it was a good old boy network.
Yeah, he thought, and that he was not included in it, and he was being sort of pushed out of it, and he felt very slighted by the men who were in charge of the big companies in this very, very small town.
And this is what's amazing.
He owned a muffler shop.
And he was the greatest fucking welder, and he could fix anything.
The greatest fucking welder. That is like an understatement. Like, this man was like, who knew? Like the skill and the absolute like villainry. That's what it is. It's like he's like a classic like superhero villain.
Okay, so she's alluding to what he ended up welding together when he goes to take revenge on this town. So basically, he gets into with these townspeople, and there's the big rich family that's been there, and their claim
been there for like ages and ages, like generations and generations. And so they kind of like own the town. Right?
So when he decides that he's going to take his revenge, what I loved was he gave him a chance. This guy goes out to California, he buys a fucking bulldozer, I forgot, and he has it shipped back. And where his muffler shop is it's right across the way from the rich family that sits on the board that he thinks is fucking with them. So he parks the bulldozer pointed at his rival's business, and he has a for sale sign on it. He tried to help him out, and they were into heavy machinery, and this guy was religious, and he was just like, he gave him an opportunity to buy it, and they didn't buy it. And according to the recording was then obviously God wanted him to do what he wanted to do.
He also wanted to build a structure across from him that was going to produce a lot of like waste and stuff like that, and like debris and things like that.
According to him.
And he would be right like downwind of it or something. So he just really felt like they were out to get him. Like there was all this like bureaucratic nonsense, red tape shit to get his business up to code according to what they decided. So he had just had enough, and he made a series of tapes where he's just going on and on and on, kind of like a podcast that no one listened to, and until the end. And then he fucking wreaked. Wait,
long story short,
yeah.
he brought this bulldozer inside to his. He shut down his muffler shop. This guy had a little bit of money, and for a fucking year, he worked on this thing. For a year, he made this fucking bulldozer. It was like he surrounded it, encased it in like metal with concrete. You couldn't shoot at this thing. This thing was once it got going, it wasn't going to stop.
It was completely bulletproof. It was completely like fireproof. It was like he had these cameras that he could see where he was going because you couldn't see him, and he had like this little like this pressurized air to blow on it to get the debris off. Yes. So he gets in this fucking thing, drives across the street, and bulldozes his rival's business. He doesn't stop there. He drives down the street. Cops are on the main drag of town. just aims for
all the rivals. Everybody who shot on everyone who sat on the fucking board. Yep. He bulldozed all their businesses. Yep. He was shooting at the fucking giant propane fucking natural gas for the town. Thank God he didn't hit it.
Oh my God.
And what ended up happening, these guys jumped up on the tank. They were like, there has got to be a way to breathe. They threw some shot down into it or some sort of fire they tried to shoot down. You just could not stop this guy. He was like an evil genius. And what ended up happening was he ended up like,
listen, you gotta, don't reveal. You guys gotta.
I said the whole fucking thing.
I know, even though we talked about the whole thing, when you watch it, it's even crazier than how we're describing it. But like, can I just say that movie, that documentary spoke to me in such a way that I just did not anticipate. Like the catharsis of watching him in this like That's what I mean. He's like a superhero villain.
He's an anti-hero. He was an anti-hero. It was like a bad 80s action movie that was real. Yeah. He even had a catchphrase. He just kept saying, "They messed with the wrong guy."
Yeah.
That's an 80s. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was really, really awesome. And just seeing him just go and bulldoze these places, it was just like, there's a scene in Bridesmaids when like Kristen Wiig's character is freaking out at the wedding show, the bridal shower. And there's this kid watching her freak out and destroy things. And she just keeps going, so awesome, so awesome. I was like that kid watching it. I just thought it was so amazing. That I probably thought it was amazing because he didn't kill anybody. But like, it was so satisfying to watch him bulldoze into these buildings and watch them crumble all around him. Like,
you know when I felt that?
Oh my God.
You know when I felt that I lived vicariously through somebody was when Russell Crowe was in that hotel that time and he got mad at the person downstairs because they couldn't tell him how the phone worked, and he ripped the phone out of the wall and he went downstairs and he threw the phone at the guy who couldn't help him. Now, I know you shouldn't do that, but like how awesome, he must have immediately regretted it, but how awesome it must have felt to literally, the thing that they can't help you with, to take that thing. Like how many times you want to take, I want to take my laptop, I've never wanted to do that, but to go down to the Apple store and just be like, that didn't fucking work, and just frisbee it into them. I wouldn't do it.
Slice their necks with it.
Yeah, all right.
It was just awesome. And then, just the white on white crime. You know what I mean? It's just, you love to see it. It's just.
Well, he was international.
So yeah,
he was international news, and then Reagan died the next day, and he totally fucking cock-blocked him.
He fell out of the news cycle, and like yes, exactly. And the ultimate, like the real disrespect. He thought he was disrespected before. He was disrespected even more after he died. Now, of course, it was a tragic thing, but like you have to watch it. It's like if you have ever had a feeling of that you wanted to take revenge on someone.
Go easy in it. Let's not inspire people to do something.
No, oh God, no. Yeah, no, right? Igniting all the incels and whatnot. But
all right, let's get back to something a little lighter, other than bulldozing everybody in your hometown that you don't like. All right, here we go. My girlfriend is guilting me into going to medical school in Russia.
She's trying to ship your ass off. She's trying to get rid of you.
Let me see here. Hey, Bill, love your humor. You're an absolute riot. Thank you. I am in a real conundrum. This guy's smart, huh? Conundrum? Who uses that word?
It really doesn't take a lot to impress you.
Who in your world says conundrum?
It's not that like odd of a word for people to use. Like people
use it.
Be funny all the time.
Use it in a sentence. Just casually throw that out there and just wow me with it. Go ahead.
Wow you with it? Like
wow me with conundrum.
I'm not going to wow you with it. I'm just going to say, well, that's quite a conundrum. That's all I got right now. I'm not going to wow you with it. Sorry. You know why? Because
Jesus
it's not
Christ.
a wow-worthy word, which is my point. Anyway, just keep reading.
No, it wasn't. You insulted me a little bit there, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to back your way out of that. I'm impressed by the word conundrum. There. I like it. It has drum in it. Almost sounds like condominium. Could have my drums in a condo, not deal with your fucking pain in the ass, Sorry. So my girl, shut it.
You wouldn't last a week without me.
I lasted like 35 years without you. What are you talking about? So my girlfriend.
But you couldn't go any further, is my point. It doesn't get any better than this.
This is what it's like with you, constantly interrupting me. All right, so my girlfriend is Russian-American. Her parents are from Russia. Her dad went to medical school there and wants her to go to medical school there too. When we first started dating, the plan was for her to always go to law school, which is super convenient because the school is in the city where I live. All of this started to come into place. She got accepted to a great school, but now she's changing her mind about law school. Now she doesn't just want me to quit my job. She wants me, a guy with a communications degree who barely graduated college, to go with her to medical school and enroll as a student. Wait, I have a communication degree. You ain't going to make it through medical school. Although he did use the word conundrum. Wait, am I the dumbest guy with a communications degree? This is horrific. I love her, but I told her no many times, and every time she guilts me into telling her, I'll think about it. Well, yeah, she's manipulating you. Don't do that. But then she hits me with the, if you love me, you wouldn't have to think about it.
You'd move to Russia and go to medical school with me? Oh, God, no.
Yeah, how do you say go fuck yourself in Russian? The biggest part that makes me uncomfortable is that she said her dad will pay for it all. And I know, no, dude, you don't want some Russian dude paying for your education. You're going to owe him something.
Well,
this sounds like the beginning of like some mob movie.
He's going to expect him to marry his daughter and be a doctor and make a shit ton of money and have babies and shit. That's what he's going to expect.
Well, they're going to bury you out in the snow and they're never going to find you. The biggest part that makes me, fuck that. The biggest part that makes me uncomfortable is that she said her dad will pay for it. And I know anytime someone does a favor for you, they'll always ask something in return. I do not want to do this, but I feel like I am in too deep to back out of the situation. You are not. You are not. The only way out is to fail the entry exam on purpose.
There you go.
No, that's the chicken shit way out. Should I go through with it and risk my job / savings? Should I go through with it and risk my job / savings moving to Russia, or fail the exam and break up with her? Don't take the exam and break up with her.
Yeah, I know. Come on now. Let's not be silly. You're not going to actually take the fucking test. That's absurd.
You know, I read a great Pablo Escobar quote about lying. Mm-hmm. He goes, I never lie. People who lie, it's because they're afraid, and I'm never afraid. And I was like, wow. He says, when you lie, that means you're afraid. This guy is lying because he's afraid. He's afraid of the whole fucking situation. This is a great opportunity for you to go Pablo Escobar here.
Pablo Escobar that shit.
That's right. Get your balls.
Yes.
You know, back down in your sack where they fucking belong instead of in your throat. And just say, listen, I'm not doing this. And she goes, well, if you really love me, you would. And I'd be, well, evidently, I don't love you enough. Nostrovier, however the fuck you say, cheers. Da, idu. I don't know too much Russian.
Oh, God, yeah, no. Yeah.
How much Russian do you know?
None.
Okay. All right.
Spasiba. Huh? Spasiba, or something like that. It was on Sex in the City. Never mind.
I just remember Nostrovier.
What does that mean?
That just means cheers. I know. Any booze thing, I know.
Would you ever go to Russia? Would you ever go to Moscow or something?
Yeah, I would love to go there.
I feel like it's not a good idea for Americans to go to Russia.
Well, you know, I think the people...
I feel like it's tense right now.
Yeah, it's always kind of tense.
And but
Russian dudes are fucking hilarious. They're great hockey players. They're tough as fucking nails. I mean, there's a lot to love about Russian people.
I feel like...
They fucking beat the Germans all the way back to their goddamn fucking strudel, whatever the fuck it is they eat over there.
I know a Russian girl, and she is lovely.
I know a girl named Karen, and she's the nicest person. Stop calling white women Karens.
And she's very... No, she's really cool, and she's has really good taste in music, and she's very sexy. I think Russian girls are sexy. I think that I like their accent. It's kind of harsh, but it's very much like they're in charge. Sorry.
Where is this going? Oh, want to bring her over sometime. All right, man-to-man advice. I think I just set up a fucking threesome there. Man-to-man advice to an 18-year-old from the Republic of Georgia.
Any hot Russian girls, hit me up in my DMs. I'm just kidding. Please don't.
No, don't do that. Because those chicks are super smart. They're playing it like we're in the varsity team. I mean, the JV team. They're on the varsity team. They'll come.
My DMs aren't open, so it wouldn't work even if
All
you
right.
tried.
Okay. Man-to-man advice to an 18-year-old from the Republic of Georgia, which I believe is in, it's east of, isn't that east of,
We had an
Greece?
exchange student in high school from the Republic of Georgia.
I have never hated how you started a sentence more ever in my life. You've interrupted me 9 times trying to get through this fucking thing. I'm trying to get the momentum of this podcast again. We had an exchange student. You know, you sounded like Joe Piscopo back in the day when he would do Alan Funt, where we thought it would be funny. If you did that on a first date, we would not be fucking married. Interrupt me with that long, slow speaking. What, who gives a fuck? Oh, my God. Sorry, people. She gave birth about a couple months ago. She's still recovering. She's breastfeeding. She's exhausted. You sound like you're like 80 years old. And our favorite song, ba ba da beep 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 ba da ba doo ba da ba dee beep beep.
What?
Why don't you go download a shuffleboard app? Fucking blue hair. All right.
Oh my god.
All right.
Why are you being so mean? I'm trying to.
Because you've been annoying me. You've been annoying you got to get with the flow of the show here. You interrupted like 9 times. All right. Hey, Bill. I need someone to give me an advice. I love this. I need someone to give me an advice. Oh, wait. It's time. Here we go. Come on. Play it.
It's time for advice.
Hey.
Your host, Billy Burr.
That's me.
And I'm ripping off this melody from somebody else.
I had some advice with an exchange student. Ugh. What is this? Oh, shit. It's more music. Night. Today, I told someone that I don't want to be their friend ever. What?
Ever.
Even thought... Wait. Okay. I love... This is broken English. Hey, Bill, I need someone to give an advice because I don't feel I have no one to talk to. All right. Today, I told someone that I don't want to be their friend ever, even though we have mutual friends. I have been hanging around this guy for quite some time, and we've never got along, especially after he started calling me names and being disrespectful to me. Well, yeah, this is easy. Fuck this guy.
Oh, he's a bully.
We settled after a little quarrel, but today he asked me if I changed my mind about him, and I told him no. Jeez, this guy is fucking relentless. My friends did not liked it, and everyone told me that I was wrong because he is our mutual friend. I don't give a damn. What kind of friend? Listen, this guy's an asshole, and your friends are assholes. I don't give a damn about this guy, but I'm afraid my actual friends will stop contacting me as I am leaving my country to study abroad. These are the guys I grew up with. I don't want to end my time with them on a bad note, but I fucked up because I did not said a lie and did not told that fucker that we were good. All right, help me out here, because I did not say a lie and did not.
Why was okay?
Because this is fun here. Plus, I've always had a problem with contacting other men, as I grew up without a father and had no one to mentor me how to behave and what is right or wrong. I'm asking you, what would you have done in my place, and what should I do? Should I have said a lie or the truth in this situation? What, that you like this guy? No, if this guy's being an asshole to you, fuck this guy. And if you told your friends that he's been an asshole and they're still saying you need to be friends with this guy, then your friends are assholes, and studying abroad is a great way to go get some new friends. P.S. You got some fans in the Republic of Georgia. Well, I'm a fan of you for fucking listening. God bless you. That's my advice. What do you say?
Yeah.
What say you?
Yeah, totally.
Would you say this is a bit of a conundrum?
I would say that's a bit of a conundrum, but yeah, I think it sounds like you need a whole new set of friends.
Yeah. I think you got to go fuck all you guys. I'm leaving the Republic of Georgia to go study abroad. When I come back, you guys are all still going to be here.
You're all dead to me.
Yeah, you're all going to still be here. Giving tours of fucking Transylvania, and I'm going to be in fucking medical school. All right, joke trouble with my lady. Hey, Billy, big brood. Hey, that's cool. I only got 2. I don't have a brood. I think you need at least 3 to have a brood. Congratulations on rounding off the family with the son. I was talking about how he's smiling now.
Oh, my God.
Big smiles.
He's so beautiful.
He's a good-looking dude. I'm not going to lie to you.
He really is.
Yeah. Now you have the full set. I love the podcast, and it especially kept me going during lockdown. So thank you for keeping it going. Me and my lady just got engaged. Congratulations, and moved in together. She's beautiful, funny, clever, and has a heart of gold. And she's black. This is important later. Uh-oh.
Jesus.
Here we go. Oh, the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. So I love her to death, but she does leave shit on the stairs all the time, shoes mostly, and I tried to diffuse this with the joke, which went badly, and I wanted your opinion on what I'm doing wrong. Okay, so I trip over a pair of her shoes as I'm coming down the stairs and yelled up to her, "Really? 30 years after Ghost Dad and black people are still leaving shit on the stairs?" I don't get that joke.
I don't either. I never saw that movie. But okay.
Oh, you know what? You went too obscure. It went down like a wet fart, he said, and the rest of the day was a bit frosty. Is it down to me being a white guy saying it? Or is it the Cosby reference that makes it seem worse?
It's a double whammy, my friend. You not only try to, have black people doing this, which is already, you gotta be careful with that.
Yeah, it depends on how you guys joke.
And you had to throw in a Cosby reference. Ooh.
Or he said, or is it just flat out not funny? If I'm no stand-up, but I'm no stand-up, but I thought at least it merited a courtesy laugh. Best to you and your family. Keep doing what you're doing. I think he could have got away with it if they have a playful relationship like that, but then you got to kind of say shit like that in like a stupid accent. If he went like, what did he say? Let me try to make this funny to you.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, I don't know.
Really? 30 years after Ghost Dad, black people still live? See, you're laughing because it's fucking stupid. Because now it sounds like I'm clearly joking.
Yes.
But if I went like, really? 30 years after Ghost Dad and black people are still leaving shit on the stairs? Then it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You got to be silly.
That's true. Just buy her a nice bouquet of flowers and say, "I'm sorry for my stupid insensitive joke. It won't happen again." And just move on.
Just play her this.
What is that reference though? I never saw Ghost Dad. That's the thing. People might have seen Ghost Dad more than I thought, but no. I assume he's dead, but he's still around and only his kids.
Maybe he went down the stairs, he tripped, and then he became a ghost, and then he was Ghost Dad. I'll tell you, Bill Cosby could do a TV show like nobody, but that guy could not pick a fucking movie script to save his life.
Ghost Dad. Did you ever see Ghost Dog with Forrest Whitaker? Do you remember that movie?
No. Did the dog bump his head in the doghouse and then become a...
No, Ghost Dog. Something, Way of the Sim. I don't know what it is. It was a good movie. Anyway, move on.
Oh. That went over about as well as that guy's joke.
I know, right?
What's the matter, huh?
That's it.
You're a new mom. You know what I mean? Like, you should see how tired she is.
You're all over
I'm not. I'm trying to have empathy. You're tired.
I thought I was up here having a good time.
No, you're having a good time.
Trashing me. I just was,
We had an exchange student. You sounded like an old white lady named Ethel.
And literally, during that whole, as you were trying to, slaughter your way through that question, I was picturing that kid. Like, he was the one asking for advice. Like, what if that actually was him?
Who?
No, it's not. He would be, like, my age, and he wouldn't be dealing with that at that age, right? And plus, it was from an 18-year-old, that question?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
That one.
Man-to-man advice to an 18-year-old.
18-year-old.
Oh.
Anyway.
No, that was a woman.
What?
I need to talk to someone. That's the man-to-man advice. I thought that was a woman.
No, it says man-to-man. Where did you think a woman was in there? And he said he didn't have a male figure in his life, so he didn't have anybody to tell him.
Oh, I thought this was some guy hitting on a chick. I'm an idiot.
What?
Oh, all right. Well, I still stand by it. Fuck that guy.
Yes. Ultimately, still fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy and fuck your friends. That's because that sounded like that whole drama sounded like a chick situation. Like, oh my God, we're friends with him, so like you have to be like fucking friends with him. What are we doing here? Fuck off. Fuck all of you guys. Fuck all of them. Was that exhale like not liking what I was doing?
No.
Okay. All right. I thought jeez. All right. Fat wife won't let me work out. There's nothing funnier than just getting to the point.
What?
And just being the truth.
I don't even want to hear the question. I just love the.
I mean, that's like a one-liner. Fat life won't let me work out. I love it. That's one of the greats of all time. Questions. Hey there, Billy Goat. Let's see here. I have a problem and would like your hilarious opinion on what I should do. Me and my wife have been together about 5 years now and married for 2. When we first got together, I was a young stud in my prime, in shape and crushing ass left and right. She was in good shape too. I used to work out 4 to 5 days a week and life was great. When we got married, she didn't like me going to the gym because she says I will leave her for a fitness chick. The insecurity. All right. I got to the point where I had to get her a membership so we could go together just so I could have my joy of pumping iron. But she only went 4 times and stopped going. Pumping iron. You got to do it. This guy's an old school guy. Pumping iron.
People still say pumping, but he was probably.
Yeah, he says it. Doesn't some of your older relatives call people jive turkeys? Huh? Do I got to watch Ghost Dog? Fucking
and leave my shoes on the stairs. Whatever the fuck that means. What does that fucking mean?
I just love. I gotta tell you something. As a comedian,
random.
But as a comedian, I respect the balls of an obscure reference. She probably got offended me like, what? Because it's Bill Cosby. We all saw the fucking movie. You think I saw every black movie that's out there? You fucking asshole. I think maybe she's really into movies and she's fucking offended that you think that, that she would go watch that pile of shit.
Oh my God.
All right. So anyways, now we just...
Wait, I'm sorry. Just real quick, just before we move on. I do find that, like, white guys do have the most random fucking movie references ever. Like, nerdy white guys have the most they're throwing it out there like everybody knows it. I do feel
now,
like
do you feel like
it's
isn't some of it random because maybe they're watching really white shit that you wouldn't watch? Because I think, because I kind of get, like you, every once in a while, like, some of your peeps will be over our house and something will come on that I've never heard of and you guys go fucking nuts like it's like Frosty the Snowman. Every year I would watch this shit. I have no idea what it is, so maybe there's some of that. Anyways, I don't want to get into that guy's fucking quagmire. Huh? Conundrum, quagmire. We're using all the big ones. All right. Anyways, now we just had a baby girl. Congratulations. And we're both tired and out of shape. I want to get back into the gym and get rid of this dad bod, but I can't because she guilt trips me saying I could help with the baby instead. Instead of wanting to get in shape, also, she always says I'm going to get ripped and leave her for a skinny girl in the gym, and it annoys the shit out of me. That is annoying.
Yeah, but you feel really insecure, like, after you have a baby, because it's just your body. It's like they don't prepare you for what childbirth does to your body.
I know, but she was doing this shit before.
Right, but she's like moving at. But no, I'm not saying that they should get a babysitter so she can work out, so they can work out together or whatever.
Yeah, but he already tried that and she only went 4 times. So now, listen.
She doesn't want to work out.
I've lost 3 friends this year, 2 heart attacks and a stroke. Like, what this guy's doing is actually, like, going to prolong his life.
Yeah.
You don't want to have a kid with the guy and then he drops of a fucking heart attack. I mean, what are we doing here? Anyways, instead of wanting to get in shape, okay, I read all of that. What should I do? I don't want to give up working out, but I also don't want to feel unsupportive as a husband. Keep up the good work. Congrats on the baby boy. I mean, see, his heart's in the right place. Go to the fucking gym.
That's really hard. And you know what, though? You have to go to the gym, though, because it's what you feel, what makes you feel good. And, like, she'll get over it. She won't take it personally.
Just have her blow you before you go to the gym.
Oh,
then she can relent. What? That's a good...
No, you just give her extra
hugs and
kisses and tell her she's beautiful and tell her she's a great mom and you'll help her out like whenever she needs it and she'll get over it. Like she's just
take your dick out and be like, do you want to hang on to this? Huh?
You see this?
See this?
This is going to walk right out that door if you don't let me go to the gym.
No, you got to...
It's just sensitive right now. It's a very sensitive time. So you have to be...
But she was sensitive before, too.
Yeah, I know. And it might not, who knows? It might be a bigger thing. But for now, but you should still go to the gym because, you need to get your stress out and all that other shit too. So good luck with that.
Good luck with that. All right. Underrated Arabs.
Oh, God.
What?
No, I mean, it's not bad that they're... I don't know where it's going. I just judged it by...
You really did.
Underrated Arabs. Well, I mean...
Hey, you know what? I ain't that bad.
Exactly. See?
That's how you heard it. But that's how you heard it.
No, but you did.
That's not how I heard it. That's not how I heard it. I was like, oh, great. This is going to be something complimentary, considering the beef we've been having...
I mean...
Since 9/11. This is some positive shit. I like, let's bring people together.
Oh, God. Underrated.
All right. No. Hey there, Red Bildo. I am a 21-year-old guy from Saudi Arabia. Wish to know if you plan to include us in your next tour. Our government pays good money for entertainment. Well, what are the parameters? I just want to make sure I ain't going over there and all of a sudden I say something, the wrong fucking thing and then I get in trouble. I don't need that. What country was I in where, I think it was Singapore, where I was just going like, oh, fuck, man. You spit gum out on the street, they fucking beat the shit out of you with a goddamn fucking nearest tree or something. He says, anyways, in the last 5 years or so, I watched a considerable amount of movies and TV shows and came to notice that there's a stereotype you Westerns have about us, which is that we're either illiterate fucks who live in the desert, tending our camels and thinking about blowing up your country, not blowing your country, or that we're buried in money and don't have any problems. Dude, I got to be honest with you. The second you said you were from Saudi Arabia, I just pictured somebody vacationing in London, shipping his cars in one car and in one plane and himself in his private jet.
Right. Yeah, no, there is definitely that stereotype of the Saudi prince that's spending money.
But I never thought the illiterate thing though.
Yeah, no, I never thought that. But yeah, you definitely have this idea of
Oh, I have the feeling that if I go over to the Middle East as an American, that we've just had so many fucking not good back and forths over there that I'm going to get the fucking ass kicking that they want to give our last 3 fucking presidents. Anyway, and I want to squash the stereotype by saying that we live our lives just like you. I myself come from a middle-class family, and I study energy engineering. This is such a great fucking email. I'm glad this came in. Yeah. I listen to Western music and am familiar with the bands and love the Beatles and Zeppelin. I watch the NBA and even like the Celtics. This fucking guy's great.
Sellies.
The Sellies. My friends and I hang out in cafes or whatever, and we try to pick up chicks.
Of course, yeah.
The only difference between us is that you probably do these activities while drinking alcohol when we drink coffee or any kind of soda, and that I have hair and you don't.
Touché.
Please consider touring here. Wouldn't miss it. Go fuck yourself. Well, you know what? I mean,
that's a nice email.
That is a great email.
No, that's really cool. Yeah.
All right.
No, that did make me think. Didn't we have that experience in London? Not of Saudis specifically or anything like that, but wasn't there something when we were in London one time and there was a bunch of cars, really luxury cars that were just going down this one main drag?
Oh no, it was hilarious. Those were the princes. The princes were over there.
Going on, yeah, and they were just it was this whole parade. It was like a display of beautiful luxury vehicles that were just lining the streets.
Okay, you want to know what really happened? It was a bunch of rich princes in Ferraris and Lamborghinis driving in stop and go traffic, just revving the engines. And they're loud as shit.
They weren't really getting anywhere fast.
And they had all these wraps on the cars and shit. And I was
my favorite.
I was walking up the street, and as they were revving the engine, loud as shit, this English woman just goes, stop it. It was hilarious.
The old British biddy.
Yeah, they were showing off. They I believe your people call it stunting. All right, now I'm in trouble. I should have said it. I said it with the next
Ghost Dad reference. We're good.
Ghost Dad. I mean, that is fucking up there. Hey, tell everybody how great my new hi-fi stereo is.
Oh, it's great. It's got highs and it's got
Oh,
fives.
fuck you. All right. God bless you. All right, everybody. Well, I would love to tour a bunch of places if, they'll once the COVID cure comes, I'm ready to go. I had a great set in a parking lot tonight, and I'm excited. This takes me back to the old days, man. Made no money. It's a bit of a hell gig. I was able to get myself through it. It's fun.
I'm happy you got a chance to do stand-up. I know you've been missing it.
Yeah, I did. I did. So, all right, that's the podcast, everybody. God bless you. Go fuck yourselves, and I'll check in on you on Thursday.